Good morning, dear students. Now, as you people are knowing that you people are promoted for second PUC. From today onwards, we are going to study second PUC syllabus. We are starting the computer science subject, second syllabus of computer science subject of second PUC. Today, we will discuss what is the syllabus for second PUC for computer science subject. Now, here I am sharing the syllabus of computer science of second PUC. Here, according to syllabus, the 100% syllabus you are having unit A, B, C and D. We don't know whether in future the syllabus is reduced or not. That's why today we will discuss the whole 100% syllabus whatever present for second PUC in earlier. The first unit here you can see in unit A there are in first section in unit A you are having three main topics. The first topic, in this first topic you will study typical configuration of computer system organization. In this topic you will study the block diagram of CPU, what is motherboard, introduction to motherboard, what are the types of motherboards are there, component of motherboards, processor, clock speed, CMOS, BIOS, all memory devices or slots, how the motherboard will work, how it, what are the various parts it has, all you will going to study in the first topic or in the first chapter. Here, in the second chapter, you will study Boolean algebra. Boolean algebra. In this Boolean algebra, we will study what is the Boolean algebra, history of the Boolean algebra, what is binary valued quantities, how these Boolean constants are declared, how the variables are declared, logical operators, logical functions or compound statements, logical operators, evaluation of Boolean expression, using truth table and using the rules of algebra. We will going to study this. Next, in the same chapter, we will study logic gates. What is logic gate? What are the basic logic gates are present? OR, NAND, NOT, these are the basic logic gates are present. Along with the basic, we will study derived gates, derived logical gates, that is NOR gate, NAND gate, XOR gate, XNOR gate. How to design the AND gate and NOR gate through NAND gate we will going to study in this. That is through NAND gate we can study how to create NOR, OR and NOT. Next, along with the basic postulates of Boolean algebra with proof, we will going to study what are the properties of 0 and 1, what are the various laws are present, involution law, De Morgan's law, distributive law, associative law, absorption law. All these are De Morgan's theorems, applications of De Morgan's theorem, derivation of Boolean expression, what are the min term, max term, conical section, conical expression, how to minimize Boolean expression through Karnaugh map. That is a very interesting concept, Karnaugh map, where we we will study how to reduce or how to minimize the Boolean expression with the Karnaugh map. The sum of product reduction using Karnaugh map, product of sum reduction using Karnaugh map, all these binary number system, logical gates and Boolean expression or Boolean algebra, all this we are going to study in the second topic, that is Boolean algebra. Next, in the third topic, we will study data structure. What is data structure? In this data structure topic, you will study how data is stored in the computer's memory and what are the various relationships present in all these data stored in the memory. That is, how the management, storing of the data, memory management, or how data is stored in the memory during the execution of a program. All these will be studied in the data structure. How efficiently data is stored, how in a systematic manner or in which structure the data is stored efficiently in the memory, it will be studied. It is present in the data structure topic, that is in the third topic. Here we will study what is data structure, how data is represented or data representation, types of data structure, linear, non-linear, what are the various types of linear and non-linear structure are present, what is the definition of traversal, insertion, deletion, searching, sorting and merging. These traversal, insertion, deletion, searching, sorting and merging, all these are the basic operations performed on the data structure. This we are going to study in detail. Next, arrays. Introduction. What is array? Types of arrays. One-dimensional array, two-dimensional array. What is how memory is represented in this array? What are the basic operations performed on the one-dimensional array? Stack, queue. The data representation using stack, the operations performed on the stack, applications of stack, all this will be going to study in this topic. Next, again the next concept in this is queues. What is queue? What are the types of queues? How data is represented in queue? What are the basic operations performed on the queue? All these will be studied in this data structure. Linked list, single linked list, double linked list. What is linked list? All this concept will be studied in the data structure. Overall, in data structure topic, we are going to study how efficiently data is stored or how the structure of data is done and what is the relationship present with all this data in the memory. Next, unit B. In second unit or in unit B, it is a computing in C++. Computing in C++. Here in this you are having study of C++. As in your previous year in the first PUC you have studied what is C++ programming language. Here some review in the first topic, object oriented programming in C++. In this topic you will going to study some review of C++ which is covered in the first PUC. Here in this topic, whatever remaining or leftover syllabus is present for PUC 2, whatever syllabus left in PUC 1 of C++, that I will going to continue first here and then we will start with the second unit. That is, the C++ is linked with your unit B. Whatever syllabus left in the first PUC, that has a link with this second unit, that is unit B. So we will cover wherever there is a necessary, we will cover that previous year, first year syllabus of C++ and then we will move to your syllabus of second PUC. Is that clear, students? Yes. Now in this second unit, that is unit B, computing in C++, here we need some previous knowledge of the C++. That is, already we have studied introduction to C++ in first PUC. Now the advance in further we are going to study the C++ in the second PUC. Here we will study review of C++ covered in first PUC, programming paradigms, what is procedural programming, what is object-oriented programming, the basic concepts of OOPS, introduction to classes and objects, data abstraction, data encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, and what are the advantages of OOPS over earlier programming methodology. All these are the basic concept or the previous year syllabus is overviewed in this first part of the second unit. Next, in this same unit, in the same topic, we are going to study how to declare the class, how to write a definition for class, how to access what is access specifier, how these access specifier works, private, public, protector. These are the access specifiers. How these access specifier works, we are going to study in this topic. What are the members of class? Data members, member functions inside class definition, member functions outside class definition, referencing class members. All these will be related to class we are going to study here. Next, arrays within class using objects, array of objects, functions returning object. All these will be studied in this topic. The new topic in C++ is in this syllabus, according to this syllabus, the function overloading, introduction of function overloading, need for function overloading, declaration and definition of function overloading, restrictions on functions overloading, calling overloaded functions, what are inline functions, friend functions, what is constructor and destructor, introduction to these constructors, the types of the constructors, that is default constructor, parameterized constructor, config constructor. All these are the types of constructor. Now, in this topic we are going to study destructor, need for destructor, what is destructor and what are the needs for destructor, how to declare a destructor, inheritance. Inheritance is one of the basic concept of C++. Already we are studied in the introduction part of this, we are studied in the first PUC. Now in detail we are going to study the inheritance concept. What is inheritance? Base class, what is base class, what is derived class, how these are derived, what are the various levels of inheritance, that is the types of inheritance, and relationship between these classes. In the same chapter we are studying pointers. This is a important as well as interesting concept, new concept introduced. What is pointer? How the pointer is declared, how pointer is initialized, how pointer representation is done in the memory, what is address operator, how the pointer will work in an arithmetic operation, what is memory allocation of pointers, what are the various operators present in the C++ for dynamic memory allocation, pointers and arrays, arrays of pointers, pointers to an array, pointer and functions, what is function and how we can pass the variables for these functions, that is passed by reference and passing the values by pointers. Now pointer and structures, pointer and objects, this pointer. So all these are the topics related to pointer you are going to study in detail. Data file handling is also a new concept in this, that is introduction to what is file, how the data file is handled in the computer we are going to study in this. What are these stream header files, how the file is opened, how it is closed, how, in which mode these files will be opened, what are the various functions used on the opening of the file as well as closing of the file, you are going to study in this topic. Next, in unit 3 or in unit C, here we are going to study large data, database and queries. Here we are going to study the concept of database. What do we mean by database? Database is nothing but it is a collection of the related data items stored under a single file, which is the data which is related to each other. Such data is stored under a single name or single file. It is called as a database. So whatever database is present, or how this database concept works, what is database, what is data, what is information, how the database is stored in the computer, what are the various data types, fields, records and tables. Everything related to the database we are going to study in this chapter, that is Unit C, Database Concepts, the first chapter of the Unit C, or this is the only chapter present in the Unit C. In this we are going to study logical database concepts, entities, attributes, what is a relationship, physical data organization, sequential, random, indexed, sequential, all these are the types of data organization, physical data organization. Need for databases. What is the need for databases? What is data abstraction? What are the various data models are present for storing the data or for maintaining the database? The hierarchical, network and relational models. These are some models present in the storing the data. Next, keys. What are the various keys? What do you mean by table? What are the keys? What is primary key, secondary key, candidate key, foreign key, alternate key? All these will be studied in this database concept. The relational algebra. What is relational algebra? There are some operations in the relational algebra such as selection, projection, union. All these are studied in the database concept. Data warehousing, data mining concept. What is data warehousing? How data mining is present or how data mining is done. This concept will also be studied in the database concepts chapter. Now, structured query language. This is a new concept, totally new concept that is related to database concept or database. Structured query language, here we are studying introduction to SQL, that is structured query language. What are the various data types used in this query language? What is DDL, DML, SQL commands? The commands such as create, drop, alter, update, insert and so on. All these will be related to query language we are going to study in the same topic, that is database and concepts. Now, in the unit D, that is in the 4th unit, we are studying advanced concept in communication technology. Advanced concept and in the communication technology. In this you are having 3 chapters. In section D or in unit D you are having subtopics, that is 3 subtopics. In this we are going to study related to network concepts and internet and web designing. In the first chapter of the unit D or in unit 4, we are studying networking concepts. What is networking concept? What is networking? How the network works? What are the various networks are present? Or what is protocol? The history of the network or internet we are going to study in this chapter. Along with this, we are going to study different terminologies used in the network, advantages of networking, switching techniques, circuit, message and packet switching, types of networking, that is LAN, MAN, WAN, the transmission media, how the data is transferred in the networking, that is through the transmission media, twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, optical fiber, microwave, radio wave, satellite, infrared, laser and so on. What are the network topologies? Point to point, bus, star, ring, tree, mesh, graph, fully connected. All these are the network topologies. We are studying in detail one by one. Network devices, modem, RJ45, hub, Ethernet, switch, repeater, bridge, router, gateway. These are the some network devices which are used in the networking. Along with this, we are going to study wireless or mobile computing. The definition of this, the introduction of wireless communication or computing, technologies of GSM, CDMA, GPRS, 2G, 3G, 4G and so on. We are going to study what are the various technologies used in this 2G, 3G, 4G. Next, what are the applications of this? We are going to study SMS, voice, chat, video conference, protocol, Wi-Fi, viruses and so on. All related to networking. Along with the network security, we are computer networking, related to computer networking, we are going to study in this chapter. Next, in the 7th chapter, that is the second topic of the section D, we are going to study internet and open source concepts. In this chapter, we are going to study definition and applications, internetworking terms and concepts, www, telnet, URL, domain, web server, websites. All these are related to website or internet. We are going to study in detail. What is open source? What is e-commerce? What is IPR issues? All these related to internet we are going to study in this chapter. In the next chapter of the same section, that is web designing. This web designing, in this we are studying introduction of web designing, HTML, that is how to create the web pages. In this we are going to study HTML, that is hypertext markup language, text, layout, images, table, form, settings, that is how to create the internet pages using HTML. We are going to study in this chapter. What is dynamic HTML? What is web hosting? What is XML? All these will be related to web designing, that is creating website or designing the page of the website. We are going to study in detail in this chapter. Now, according to these chapters, we'll study little bit regarding the marks allotted, that is blueprint. According to the syllabus prescribed by the government of Karnataka, in the first unit, that is unit A, the first chapter has typical configuration and computer system organization. It has 4 marks of weightage. The second chapter has 13 marks of weightage, that is Boolean algebra. In the third chapter of the same unit, it has 14 marks of weightage. In the section B or in unit B, in this fourth chapter, that is the first chapter of unit B, that is object oriented programming, it has a weightage of 39 marks, where we are going to study in detail about the C++ programming language. In unit C, in the third unit, database and concept is a chapter or a subtopic, where it has an 18 marks of weightage. In unit D, that is section 4 or unit 4. In this, the first topic of this unit has a 9 marks of weightage. The second chapter of the same unit, that is internet and open source concepts, has an 4 marks weightage. Third topic of the section D or unit D has web designing, and it has a weightage of 4 marks. Now, later on I will provide you the syllabus copy PDF. I will share the PDF of this syllabus copy. You can go through this syllabus copy. Now, we'll just go through the list of programs to be conducted in the practical section. In this practical session, from section A, that is C++ and data structure, both they have combined. It has a 16 programs for the lab from the section A, that is section A and as well as section B. In section A here, they are combined C++ and data structure, and the programs are based on the data structure as well as on the C++. There are 16 programs are present in the section A of the lab assignment or list of the programs. Next, in this same programming, in the lab program, it has a section B. Section B is based on the SQL, that is structured query language. It has 4 programs, 17 to 20, based on the query language, structured query language, that is creating the electricity bill for the consumers, maintaining the student database and computing the result related to database. The programs are introduced. Next, in the same concept, in the same programming or in the lab assignment, section C has an HTML, that is how to create a web pages. There are 2 programs introduced in this inserted, or it has 2 programs in section C, that is creating a timetable and create an HTML program with table and forms. Next, here it will allow us to create the web pages. How to create web pages we will study in the HTML, and it has in programming, that is for practical session, it has 2 programs for creating the HTML pages or HTML programs. Now, dear students, go through the syllabus. I will upload this syllabus in the WhatsApp. You just go through the syllabus. Now I have explained the complete 100% syllabus of second PUC. We don't know whether it will be in future it will be going to reduce or not, but we are assuming that it will be not going to reduce, and you have an best time for utilization to study the second PUC syllabus, and you can get a higher score. We'll go through the second PUC syllabus in detail. From first PUC, whatever is left, whatever syllabus is left, that syllabus will be, I'm going to cover wherever there is a need. I will first cover the first PUC syllabus and then the second PUC syllabus. That is, in first PUC syllabus, our left syllabus is related to C++. So, when we are going to start the second unit, that is unit B, computing in C++, in that second unit, first I will cover the PUC first year syllabus, what is left over, and then I will begin with your second PUC syllabus of C++. So, C++ is linked with the first PUC, the second unit of second PUC is linked with the first PUC syllabus. So, first I will cover the first PUC syllabus, then I will go through the second PUC syllabus of second unit. Is that clear, dear students? Yes. So we will going to cover the first PUC leftover syllabus wherever there is a necessary. In the sense where it is linked, in which unit it has been linked, we will going to study over that. There. Now, you just go through the syllabus. I will upload the syllabus and you just go through the syllabus. In the next class, from the next class, we'll begin with your first unit, that is typical first unit, that is unit A, background of computers, the typical configuration of computer system and organization. Thank you, dear students. Thank you.